Namaskara. Good morning to all of you. I am a career bureaucrat with the government for the last 26 years. And I'm going to talk about what I know. Governments. The minute I talk about governments, I don't think you all have a happy image of whichever government it is. Maybe the city government, or the state government, or the central government. Every day we read about government. I also have some slides to show about what we read about government every day. I'll request my friend to put the news which I've just randomly picked up from the newspapers. So, majority of the time, the government is in the newspaper for not good reasons. I'm here today to talk to you about what exactly happens inside the government, and if at all, people like you who are going to occupy very important places in the society, in the government and outside the government, is there any way you can change the government to work better for you? So you can just see the news items. After the news, I'm going to play a very small clipping, which actually is from a movie and which shows you how those who have gone to the government offices would have experienced. Many of you may not have gone to government office, so I am playing that small 1 minute video for you. Please look at the video and understand what exactly happens.
मेरे 1000 रुपए घुस गए। अब जो मेरे पास दूसरा पहनने को जोड़ा था वो भी बेच दी। लेकिन इन चिकने घरों पे कोई असर नहीं होता।
तुम आज पैसे देने वाले हैं क्या?
इस दफ्तर से पगली गई थी। तुम बैल से दूध निकाल सकते हैं मगर इनसे खैर छोड़। हाँ मेरे साथ। ये जो पीली शर्ट वाला है ना, यही अर्जियां देता है। अगर तुझे अपना तकाजा रजिस्टर पे छपाना है तो इसे 100 रुपए घूस देनी पड़ेगी।
अच्छा
हाँ, तभी तो तेरी अर्जी दूसरी टेबल पे जाएगी। ये देख, ये जो इस तरफ बैठा है ना, इसका नाम राजगोपाल है। महा चोर है कमीना। ये तुझसे सर्टिफिकेट मांगेगा।
कैसा सर्टिफिकेट?
यही कि तू लक्ष्मी ही है। तू उस एरिया में 5/2 नंबर के झोपड़े में रहती थी, आज भी जिंदा है। इन सब बात का वहाँ का मुंसिफ का सर्टिफिकेट मांगेगा।
वो तो मैं ले आऊंगी।
फिर भी जान नहीं छोड़ेगा। इधर ये ठीक नहीं, इधर वो ठीक नहीं, ये क्या है? ऐसे करके 1000 गलतियां निकालेगा और चक्कर पे चक्कर कटवाएगा तुझे।
हाँ दैया।
लेकिन हाँ, अगर तूने इसकी हथेली पर 300 रुपए धर दिए तो सारे सर्टिफिकेट वो खुद ही बना लेगा। तब जाके तेरी अर्जी दूसरी टेबल पर धक्का मारेगा और उसके बाद 2 डिस्पैच क्लर्क को 200 रुपए, उबासी ले रहा है ना, उसे 150 रुपए, भुक्कड़ है ना, इसे 50। इन सब की जेब गरम करेगी, तब जाके तेरी अर्जी बड़े ऑफिसर के रूम में जाएगी। पैसा तो वही मिलेगा।
I have played it to show what is the opinion of the public on the government offices. This is from a very popular movie, Hindustani. So movies depict what happens in the ground. So what exactly happens? Why I am playing this? Because I want you to understand where is the problem and why you need to solve it. If you don't solve this issue, the government is not going to work for you. The government is elected by you and hence you are the boss. And if the person who is going to work for you doesn't work well and you can't replace the person, you can't replace it. For 5 years you are tied to that. Not like you have in your home, the domestic help, you can immediately change. Once you vote, it's there for 5 years. So within the 5 years when problem happens, how do you change it? That's one. Second is, even if you replace it after 5 years, you're going to get almost a similar type of domestic help again. You're not going to get something different, which you have seen all your years. So here we are going to talk about what exactly ails and how we can set it right. So this is another small animation of what happens. So you have any issue in the government, like any processor, any computer, anywhere in the company, whatever it may be, you have something which goes in and something which goes out. and the processing happens inside. So if you assume that the issues which you raise, you say that, okay, I want a good road, I want a bridge, I want a school, I want a hospital. So you want to inform the government. That's what I call as inward. So if the input goes there, it gets processed and then you get output. But this animation will show you that the paper which you send inside keeps moving around here and there. So you can see that there are different tables. It keeps rotating, nothing comes out actually. In fact, many places, for the paper to go inside the processor itself, you need a magic hand. You all understand what is the magic hand. So that has to push it into the processor. And once after it goes to the processor, one more hand has to come and press it so that something comes out of it. Otherwise, if you ask your parents, your elders who have dealt with government, that it's very difficult to, first of all, contact the government, and second is to get it processed, and third is to get an output outside that. So we'll sort of little drill down and see what exactly is the problem there actually. Yeah, next slide please. So we'll identify the choke points. There are 7 choke points which I've identified, which I want to present before you. The first one is the accepting your grievance. It could be anything, it could be a suggestion, it could be a suggestion for making a flyover, it could be a suggestion how to clean the city, it could be a suggestion for reducing corruption, it could be anything, but the only way you can work with the government is you have to talk to them. There should be a window through which you can interact. So that itself is a problem because you go to the government office, you don't know where you have to go and give a letter where you have put out suggestions, or you want to send the email, which email you have to send. Can you tweet? Can you send it to Facebook? There's so many things come to your mind. So government, it's very difficult. Nobody tells you, okay, say BDA, this is the time, this is where you have to come and give. Nobody tells you. So the communication with the citizens or the interaction with the citizen itself is not very clear. That's the first step which you have to sort it out. How do you receive the suggestions, the ideas coming from the people? It could be a grievance also. How do you set it right? Second. The second point is that by chance you have sent your communication to the government. Next you want to know is what is happening to that. How do you track it? Who is having it? You saw so many tables, so many people there. So where is the petition? Where is the grievance? So you need a mechanism to track it properly. The third choke point is when is going to happen. You say that my this garbage piled up, you want to clean it up. You want to know when it's going to get over. I mean, it take 1 day, 1 week, 1 year. You want to have a deadline because you can plan your life. The fourth choke point in the government is the absence of transparency. You really don't know how the decision is taken. The other day I was tweeting about the Hebbal flyover. Somebody asked actually, so how did the decision happen earlier? And now we are taking a decision. How is it going to change? I mean, we want to know the details. So I said, yes, we want to give you the details when the public asks you to give. But in general, there is no transparency on how decisions are taken in the government. The fifth choke point is everything done. They want to deliver a service to you. You ask for a certificate, you ask for a driving license. So it has to come to you. Passport department has put a lot. They send it by registered post. So what about the other departments? Sometimes you have to go and stand in the queue. Sometimes you go every day and keep on checking. Today I'll get it, today I'll get it. You don't know. So government, when it reaches out back to the people, should be able to tell them appropriately, okay, this is the time, this is the date, and this is the place where I am giving you back the benefit or the certificate or whatever it may be. That should be known to the public. The sixth choke point is that, assuming that department doesn't work, it could be BTA or it could be any other government department, you ask for something and they are not able to provide. What do you do next? Whom do you go? Where is the escalation? So the escalation matter should be known to you. Okay, I went to this government department, they are not doing my work. Who wants I go and complain or escalate the issue? That should be known. And the seventh is, the big issue is that all the 6 places whoever handles it, they should have something called the citizen orientation. If that is not there, this will become a mechanical process and finally they'll say, rejected, we cannot do your work. So how do you bring that temperament in the minds of the citizen? That's also one of the important issues. Now, how do we solve this? I have enumerated the list of 7 issues which the government department faces. Any government, this is common throughout our country. Not just in Bangalore, not just in either city, not just in the state. Everywhere a government office in this country, this is very, very common actually. So now we are drilled down trying to find out what are the issues. So do we have a silver bullet to solve it? Is it there? Because you may say that, sir, we know about this, we have seen the movie, we know that it's corrupt, it is no transparency, so many issues are there. But what is the solution actually? So the solution is what I'm going to talk about now. And yes, we do have a silver bullet. In fact, I have brought one silver bullet of give it to the college as a memento to you. I made one small bullet, give it to you. Give it to the person who believes in it and who is going to do what we're talking about now. So the main issue is this. Can I see the slide? Next slide. Yes, this is a typical government. You can say that government office where we have meetings, a normal meeting chamber, but something is missing here. What is missing here? Let's see what is the elephant in the room. We'll see. So the elephant in the room is, any guesses? What is missing in the government meetings most of the time? Anybody? Citizens. Wonderful. Who said that? Wonderful, wonderful answer, ma'am. It is the citizen actually. The elephant in the room is the citizen. When we sit and work, we all the time think about how do I ensure that I work as per the rules. I don't think about how do I ensure that the citizens' problem is sorted out. So, very, very simple thing, but it's a very crucial thing that most of the time in the meetings, the citizen is the person who is actually absent. And interestingly, I do not know how many government officers invite the citizen to the meeting and said, come, please sit down. We want to listen to you. The decision about you is taken in your absence. So that is the root cause of the problem. Next. So I will take you to the solution now. Please listen carefully. If this, what I am selling as a silver bullet, this can actually work anywhere because it is actually working now in Bangalore Development Authority. In BDA, it's working, we have started, and it's just only 3 months back we have started this. It will stabilize. This could be a solution for every government office because a government will function when it actually responds to their people. So, the theory is that if you are able to respond to the people properly, adequately, professionally, then you yourself become a better organization. I am talking about public institutions. We are not talking about private. For the public institutions, public is number one. You take care of the public grievances, public suggestions properly over a period of time, your organization improves automatically. So, how do we solve all the 7 steps? The first is the receipt section. So, the receipt section in BDA, now there is a common reception where they got counters and the big board is there. People can straight walk in from 10 to 5, and if you are going to the office beyond 5 o'clock, you can actually send pictures of your petition by WhatsApp to a common number. We are given the number also. You can try even now. This 94831 66622 is the number which works round the clock. 3 o'clock you want, 3 a.m. in the morning you want to send a message in the WhatsApp, it takes it. And you get a response immediately mentioning that I have received your petition and you are invited to BDA to discuss further about your issue on so-and-so date. It comes to you. You can, whenever you want, you can try it. Within 24 hours, you will get a intimation about when you are invited actually. So this is what, we have a Twitter handle also. Twitter also, round the clock, you get a response from that. So the first issue is that, how do you give a platform for the public to interact with you round the clock? So that problem is solved with this WhatsApp, Twitter, and receiving physical application in the office. Next step is about traction. How do you track the letter? So, the tracking of the letter is happening through a electronic process. We have taken advantage of technology. Every application received from you will be tagged to a number, barcoded and sent to the concerned person. And very soon, in another month, you will be able to see exactly where now we know where the petition is. I can just log and check where it is. You are not able to get access to that. You are working on it, and by the year end, you will be able to exactly know where your issue is there, you can see publicly. And by that, you can also see that how long it is pending. You can see in my office now, that is open. In the Twitter, we every day say that which files have come to my office in the last 24 hours, how many have been cleared, how many are pending, which are the pending issues. That's available to you in public, in the website, in the Twitter. Now it will be available for everybody in the office over a period of time by year end. So third one is with regard to how do we guarantee a timeline. So when you give an application to BDA, we guarantee, we tell you that, look, within this date, 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, you are going to solve your problem, and we are going to give it in writing. Not able to solve, we say, sorry, we are not able to solve, but we will not allow you to be hanging for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, which happens now. There are people who come to me saying that we have been coming to BDA office for 10 years. I don't know anybody is here now, I mean anybody who is a little senior, not the youngsters. Yes, people go to government offices for years together. The next choke point, what we talked about is transparency. So, I'll elaborate on this. What we are doing now is, the citizen, you are invited to BDA, you can sit with us and the issues discussed in an open hall. Not just that, that is captured live and it is put on the YouTube live. So, you can sit in the office and your advocate can sit in his office and see what is happening there actually. I'll just show you a small 10-second clipping of how it happens. So this is the meeting hall. Yeah, can you run the video? A small 10 seconds video. These are all the citizens who are sitting. Every Thursday in BDA, 50 citizens are invited. You see the chairman there, I'm also sitting in the corner. So this whole thing we are seeing from a YouTube link. It's broadcasted, sit there and we do everything. It is recorded and broadcast everywhere. So the chances of doing a mistake is very, very less. And the whole world can see how your issue is being dealt, how we are taking a decision is known. And with all humility, I might say that the first time such a transparent decision making process under the camera aired throughout the world is happening in our country. First in BDA. Why I said silver bullet is that if you can force this in every government office, your life is going to become much, much better. And the next one, the fifth choke point also we are taking here. So the next one please. Appropriate and adequate delivery of service. So what we do is, here you can see a senior citizen getting his document from the chairman, Mr. N. Harris. So how do we do is that, problem solved this meeting, please come to the next meeting. Next, where Thursday is called and the document handed over to him. The person may choose, no, I want it in post to my house, I want it to be couriered, they can select whatever they want. And we ensure that he gets the document in his hand safely and adequately. Next, sixth point is escalation matrix. At the end of the meeting, we'll tell them, okay, we are rejecting your case, we can't do it. Next option where you can go to the government, because BDA works on the government. Government, you can go to Lokayukta, you can go to the court, all options yours. That also you tell them actually. So stop, I'm doing it. So next, the last thing is 7. 7 is that citizen orientation is being done at all levels and we involve the citizens in doing that. You can see the meetings happening every week with regard to importance of citizens, they say that. Next. The 7th, in BDS performance, I'm just giving the numbers. So far in the 3 months, we got 628 applications, out of which 504 have been heard openly, transparently, which I mentioned. Of which 218 have been resolved positively, 48 have been rejected. We are asked to go to the next level, and under process is 238. So I come to the end of this presentation, and I want to tell you that this silver bullet, which can work in Bangalore Development Authority, can work anywhere. I must thank the government for giving us the direction. Every meeting they have been telling us, please keep citizens as the person in your mind when you take a decision. Yeah, please. I want to thank, and finally, you people who are sitting here, if you are really bothered about changing the way the government functions, making it professional, it's possible only by you. What you have to do is you have to demand the 7 steps in every government office. Then the government office, if it follows this, automatically they become better and better actually. Like you start running, your health increases. Similar way, this is the steps I am giving you. I hope at least some of you will imbibe this and start questioning the government. Whoever does a good work, he will get a prize from it as a actual silver bullet. I'll give it to the college, you can give it to the person. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.